Hi everybody, welcome to module number 1. So some of you may be thinking and asking yourself, what is Adobe Lightroom? So Adobe Lightroom is a really powerful photo editing and photo management software, and it's used by many different photographers to edit, organize, and enhance their photos. So really, when we step back and we ask critical questions of what's Adobe Lightroom and then what's Adobe Photoshop, I'll give you a really simple analogy. I want you to think of Adobe Photoshop as the mother program, and Adobe Lightroom is the daughter of Adobe Photoshop. So some of you may be saying, what? Okay, so let's give you a scenario that you just shot your cousin's quinceañera and you now have 2,000 different images. What are you gonna do with this? Where are you gonna edit it? Where are you gonna put it? So if we were using Adobe Photoshop, you would have to put that all on your computer, and in Adobe Photoshop, you would have to open each and every individual photo to look at it and edit it. That's an incredible amount of work. In Adobe Lightroom, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be importing, and you're going to be working with all the different images, and you'll be able to see them, you'll be able to categorize them, you'll be able to organize them, and you'll be able to edit them, which is really important because in the scheme of it all, as photographers, right, we don't want to be sitting in front of the computer all day long. We want to be taking pictures. So how do we speed up the workflow? How do we make it efficient? And that's where Adobe Lightroom comes into play. So in terms of Adobe and the suite, so we have what we call Adobe CC, or Adobe Creative Cloud. And Adobe back in the day used to be, you purchase the software, you put it on your computer, and when there's a new update, you would just buy that one. And they did switch over to a subscription-based model. So in the Adobe suite, there are actually 2 different Lightroom programs, which can be a little confusing. So there's Lightroom CC and there's Lightroom Classic. Lightroom CC is their mobile application, and it allows for you to store your photos on the cloud, which then allows you edit your photos in a cloud-based environment. So that means I could edit on my iPhone, on my iPad, and then on multiple computers. While in Lightroom Classic is optimized for a desktop environment and means I have to store my photos in a hard drive. So in this class, we're going to primarily focus on Lightroom Classic, but I definitely want to touch Lightroom Mobile. So in the beginning, I really didn't like Lightroom Mobile. I thought it was kind of clunky, wasn't that great. But as it's advanced and as it's improved, and really as you see Adobe really growing into a cloud-based application where you can access all of your stuff everywhere, I really like Lightroom Mobile. I think it's really great. So I'll make it a point to kind of touch on both of the applications, and that way as you continue your journey in photography and growing in as an editor, you eventually will pick which program will be best for you, and or if you're going to be like me that uses both programs. So anyway, I hope you are really excited to continue on with me, and this little video provides you some information on what is Lightroom and some of the differences between the different applications. Thanks so much. See you soon.